Hey guys, welcome back. This is Lucid. We're going to be playing Hinnom again, and it's turn 27. So, we found a magic site, sparkling fields, and deep crevasse, and then we have some battles. We'll go back and check out our gym and come after this, but we have three pretty important battles here. So the first one is in Forest of Gun. So we are moving our big army in. I don't remember if this is what I was thinking this would just be kind of lightly defended. Or he was going to move that... he had another little squad he could move in. Belfields, this is the fort on the left side of my empire. So with that on my side. Okay, he's got his burning ones out in front. This is a lot of Abysia. It looks like these guys are going to pile up behind the burning ones, so the burning ones will still be on the front line. No, they're size 2 though, so they can trickle through. Okay, I don't think we got Legions of Steel off on this guy. Yep. So he's gonna die. He would have lived with Legions of Steel, but now he's gonna die. This is not gonna be good, guys. These burn ones hit hard. These guys. Now that 21 would have still hurt, but honestly, if he had Legions of Steel, would have given him 9 more protection. It made a huge difference here. He would have really just taken 10 damage so far. He's almost dead. And he would have been closer to these guys, not out by himself. He's now died, so it's pretty bad. And not only does him dying obviously suck because we don't lose him, but it now means that we've lost a fair amount of HP too. Killed their commanders. Pretty awesome. So it's kind of close, but unfortunately we're fighting, I think, a lot of people. So really, I think we would have won this if we scripted our Melport right. But as you can see, we run. Whoops, here we are. And we lose a just enormous amount of shit. Now we kill 9 of his burning ones, which, you know, they're hard for him to replace in 1 mage. But I mean, this is a horrible trade for us. This is PD, which this is a lot of PD. This is at least 40, probably 50 PD. Oof. So that's really bad. We have Battle in Marverni. Hopefully things go a little better here. Okay, and there's a lot of burning ones. And he does have these misbred, which we can spellcasting. Okay, we have Ring of Regeneration, so that's okay. We do need to get Iron Skin off. Fortunately, this guy doesn't have a Flesh Eater. There's Iron Skin. We now have really high protection, 29. Legions of Steel is going to make a big difference, so we need to get that off. That's going to get us up into the mid-30s. Our fatigue is now kind of high. We have fatigue issues. Really, we needed Boots of the Messenger, but we do have low 30s. So these guys are not good. So the burning ones, however, are going to be able to stop. Our fatigue is 7. So we're fatigue neutral. But with the big caveat. The big caveat is fatigue neutral at a high base fatigue, which means we're going to take damage. The other thing is okay, sorry about that, my dogs were going crazy. Yeah, so we're in some shit. We don't want to be this low on HP. Our protection side, really, we have fatigue issues, is what it comes down to. Honestly, yeah, if our fatigue, if we had Boots of the Messenger on, we'd be in good shape. Because, I mean, we have Summon Earth Power, but it's not quite enough. We're kind of stable, though. Oh, we just got bleeding. That's gonna kill our fatigue, so now we're basically dead. The other kind of missing ingredient here is Temper Flesh. No, just pop. So that was shitty too. We didn't kill any burning ones. We killed a bunch of garbage. Yeah, and some PD. So that was about as bad as it could go for first turn of the war. Okay, so this is the time when you kind of want to give up, you know. I mean, you don't, but you want to. Because I had a lot invested in that. Like, I was alchemizing. One of the things I didn't talk about is I was alchemizing pearls to get nature gems, because my nature gem income is freaking horrible. It's 1. But my pearl income is okay. And that's not something I really want to do, but it was something I kind of needed to do. Because I needed those rings of regeneration until I have enchantment researched. So getting enchantment's going to be pretty important for that reason. So we're kind of in a shit now, because I'm down 2 Melkworts. I'm down my big army. I haven't gained anything. So we're kind of just in bad shape. I think what we're going to do here is just... This guy's going to patrol. Now, one thing that I can do is just fully retreat back to forts and all that. That's like a losing strategy. We're not going to do that. But we're going to be a little bit more cautious. Or at least do things better. Okay, so we have a new Earth Milkwort, which is nice. Ebrium. So he's going to come up here. We'll probably position him to come and fight here or here in a hot minute. This Milkwort, we have a big stack that's going to move. Here, we're going to get Body Ethereal on him because we just got Alt 4. We can now throw out Temper Flesh. We have a Ring of Regeneration. He's going to hopefully get... I don't know what he'll do with this last slot. Now, at the time, I didn't figure out the fatigue issue. I'm playing from like I'm not very far ahead of this. I'm like 5 or 6 turns ahead. But, so I did not figure out that the issue killing me really was fatigue. If I did, I would have not moved this guy out till I had another Boots. So... yeah, anyway, we're going ahead and we're moving out. This can work. Body Ethereal is going to be really, really good, especially if he does a PD dump here. It's going to stop a lot of the damage coming in. And what that will mean, basically, is I get surrounded by a bunch of guys who are not burning ones, hopefully. And then the burning ones I'll fight them like 1 or 2 or 3 at a time. And that's a lot better than being surrounded by them. I should be at least fatigue neutral, but we'll see. I think part of the issue with this guy who died was also the guy, and I didn't actually notice it at the time, like when I was playing the turn, but he has one of the best heroic traits in the game. I kind of want to get him back. I hope he stays close enough to the top that I can get him back. This is a long list, so it's possible, but to get it, it's going to be tricky. To get him back, I'm going to have to get all the way down to enchantment 7, which will be a really long time. Now, there's a good case for me going to enchantment 7, and that is I can probably control Eternal Pyre, because my god has a lot of fire on him. And if I control that instead of Abysia, that would be pretty good. And I could potentially do like a big dump turn, like the first time I cast it, so if they try to overcast it, I could even override that. And that is kind of bang for... That's actually... There's kind of 2 ways to do your first global. One is you barely cast it with enough, and it will just pay for itself pretty quickly. The problem then is somebody will often overcast you, If that happens, you're kind of in trouble, because they're going to usually overcast it with a lot, and if you haven't saved up a big bank, you may have trouble overcasting. If you overcast it by a lot, like let's say 100, it's very, very likely that they will fail the first time they overcast it, which basically is going to guarantee you a much longer run with the global up, and it will cost them however much they tried to overcast it with, because they'll probably overcast it like thinking you didn't put any extra in it. They'll probably overcast it with like 50 or 60 or maybe 100, but it's very unlikely that they're going to do like a huge dump for the first overcasting, especially if you put it up early. But anyway, that is an argument to go high enchantment. I'm not sure what my research priorities are going to be. The immediate one I know I want is Construction 6 to get lanterns. I want Enchantment 3 to get, we already talked about this, regeneration. This for site searching, maybe up to 4. I probably want Conjuration 4. Now, there's a question, do I go Blood Magic? If I go Blood Magic, getting up to 5 gives me the extremely useful Sinless or Horror. That I do want. Getting up to 7 will allow me to get into to get vampires with my Pretender. I'll have to empower him and maybe forge Robe of the Magi or something to cast this, but we're kind of a weird nation because we are a blood nation that kind of sucks at blood hunting, with the exception of the Melkorts, which are kind of good, but you end up burning up your provinces pretty fast. So on one hand, we want to go for Curse of Blood. The other good things we get as we run up here are we can obviously get all the Archdevils. We don't really have access to Divine Devils. We have to empower for that. Though my Pretender actually does, so we actually do have access. I'm trying to think of all the terribly useful things we can do. 3 red seconds is super duper good. It is going to give us basically an extra 50% more Melkorts, because we can cast that on the capital. It should also give us a little bit more income. Lords of Civilization is really good, but damage reversal actually is probably the better part of this whole thing right here. We also can do these with our Melkorts, Infernal. Basically, Blood is right. I'm kind of feeling right now that I think enchantment and having control of some of the better gem gens is going to be really important. If anything, we can alchemize them later and then do something like Nexus, if we get some of our good heroes, which we haven't gotten any of yet. But, yeah, I think going enchantment now is looking pretty good. I really want to get... I mean, getting that guy back is actually a reason of it. That heroic trait is so good. It is a reason... If I knew he had it, I wouldn't have risked him dying. I mean, it's worth me going up enchantment just to get this guy back. Because turning him into a super combatant and having him run around and kill stuff, it's possible he can generate like 100 death gems, which is huge. And even more if we can keep him alive, which is possible. We can gear him out and then have him run around with a few little buddies who are going to keep him alive. Not forever, because nothing lasts forever, but for a long time. So, anyway, as for this turn, what the hell are we going to do? Well, we're sending this guy in. We already talked about that. We're moving and patrolling here. Or no, we're just moving. We're not patrolling. Not totally sure what the idea is. I normally don't like getting my armies pinned up inside forts, but I think this is the last turn in Christmas. I think I basically wait for myself to get back and start thinking about this more. We're going to be moving my Prophet and then all these Flagellants here, and with the Divine Blessing they're going to be a little killy, although they will die very quickly. But hopefully they can kind of hold off something. Highly likely the Elephants attack here. I don't think... Actually, a PD dump might have killed the Elephant. Well, I don't know. Elephants kind of smush heavy cav. Though I could have... The thing is, like, I could send a Melkort here, but if he did Elephants plus his Burning ones, I would lose another Melkort, and I really can't afford that. So, hopefully we can keep this army pinned in. Body Ethereal should work. though we do have fatigue issues. And then, yeah, I think that is about it. So not too much else going on this turn. Let's go ahead and pull up the next turn. I think this will be the last turn for this episode, because that's turn 28. You can see we're now getting... I'm on turn 33. So... holy shit, we found Tree of Life, which is really good. And Cave of... These are both really good sites. I don't know what this is. It heals units. So... Normally this would be awesome. I don't know if this works on Undead. If this works on Tartarians, that would be really cool. I kind of would like to figure it out. I have no idea. It's going to be really hard to test, too. We're moving this guy back. Okay, well let's go ahead and... This is a Earth 1 Death 1 site. And then assassination attempt. Poison we run, so that guy's dead. So here come the assassins. Abysia is attacking us here. We should... Yeah. We're gonna do this because we have Melkert. A little bit of PD, we can kill stuff quickly enough before we take too much damage. You can see we're taking kind of a lot of damage. But we have regeneration, so we're actually kind of... I thought I won this. Okay, so it looks like we actually got wrecked here, which is unfortunate. Okay, on this side we just basically have PD. I think we actually have a pretty good shot at this body ethereal. Our fatigue is super high though. Are we fatigue neutral? 4 encumbrance, 5 reinvigoration. Because we have the blood surge plus, and then we actually have 6 because we have a passive one. So our fatigue should slowly come down. Before it's going up. How is that? Oh, we're berserk though. We're berserk what? So apparently the math is, and I didn't know this, I thought it was just 1 extra fatigue. I think it's going to give us 2. I think somebody told me, actually the Abysia player told me a few turns, that it gives us basically your berserk divided by 2 rounded up. So this will be 2 fatigue a turn. So that's going to put us actually right at basically 6 fatigue we're getting a turn from encumbrance and berserk. And we're mitigating 3 of it. So again, we have major fatigue issues here. You can see we're doing pretty okay. Part of this is just body ethereal. Looking like we're going to do it. The smite is hurting here. What's this? Okay, I know we lost this battle though. Oh no, where was this? Oh, so we did get on top of this one. Okay, so we won that battle. Okay, so that's nice. So now he can't do a PD dump. Somehow we passed him because his other army came and attacked me on top of my forge. This is obviously. Now, I still don't realize the fatigue issue, which is a problem. I think I realize it next turn. So anyway, we're basically going to be doing the same trick. We're going to be moving in. Hopefully both these things go off. Though these guys have magic weapons as part of their bless, so Ethereal is not going to do too much if these guys double back, which I expect they will. Yeah, I don't know. not looking good there. But anyway, so we're heading back into the water. I've got Ring of Water Breathing on this guy. He's going to body Ethereal my Melkort, and him with Ethereal should be able to kill kind of an unlimited amount of PD. We're also moving in basically a similar setup here. This guy's got... We don't have a Ring of Regen. We've got this guy basically buffing himself up. Again, I don't know the fatigue issue, which is a problem. A way we can't fix it is if he didn't do Legions of Steel, he just waited, and then we had somebody else come in and do Legions of Steel, which I totally could have done. That probably would have been safer, would have saved me a lot of fatigue. But anyway, we're going in, but you can see, okay, it worked. We killed a fair amount of PD. This was 30 PD at least. We know he has a huge amount here. Hopefully we can kill it. Taking an army in against the PD dump is not always a great idea, so we're not going to do that. We're going to try to clear it out with our Melkort. And hopefully that works, but anyway. That's basically that. In Hinnom, we got some Earth Gems, we got some more income, which is nice. We see a battle in Ulm. Sarmatia got killed. And a new famous hero. Acheron is a famous hero. He got Valor, which is a pretty not super useful trait. Where's the Cavern of the Pale Ones? Right here. Okay, so that's actually nice. Pale Ones are not actually horrible to have an option of getting. With 2 siege bonus and only costing 9 gold, they're one of the better siege chaffs you can get. So, like if you compare it to this guy who's 25 gold, he's going to have a siege strength of 3.2. This guy's going to have a siege strength of 3.4, so even more. And that's kind of one of the reasons I like the Horide champions. But yeah, he's basically going to have more at only 9 gold versus 25, which is pretty awesome. These guys who are my other siegers have 5, so they're 7.3. But if you divide that by how much gold you're getting, these guys are still better siege chaff. So, kind of good to have. And I don't know if I actually said something. We cured some afflictions. Okay, so let's talk about what I'm thinking here. One thing I'm thinking is, rather than him having the advantage in the PD dump, let me have the advantage. So I'm doing, like here I'm doing a defensive move with this Melkort who's not quite as strong, because, well, he'll be okay against Shaft, but they have a lot of burning ones. They also have an Etten, which could be better. That's actually this guy. The Mighty Packer. So we'll see, but Legion of Steel, Strength of Giants, Retreat, Enlarge, Regeneration, Enlarge. Second Enlarge isn't really useful. But that will make this guy pretty tough. He will have low 30s, probably protection. High 20s. So we'll see. Could work. Anyway, that's basically the play. We have one commander breaking siege. Hold, retreat. Basically assuming he's going to get off my fort. And that's basically it. The thing is, when you're fighting with super combatants, especially versus... I mean, let's be clear. This is the worst nation for me to attack. They have a bless that... like my whole idea is really doing repel super combatants, which I can't do against Berserk. So... in some ways, it's the worst nation for me to fight. I just feel if I don't attack them now, then I'm just going to get smushed later. So, anyway, I'm also doing a fair amount of Diplo out of game to try to convince anybody, like Sarmatia, they can come attack them. Micklin, I've been trying to get them to attack. Micklin's being very hesitant, and I think Micklin is... I mean, just the way Micklin plays. So this is... basically the way Micklin plays is they want time to get infrastructure up so they can get out their spammable sacreds and their blood economy. Yeah. Which is a problem. Abysia... okay. Abysia is more scary, though, to me. I think they have a scarier bless and they're bigger. Micklin would be hard. It'll be hard versus most people, but I think the weaknesses that the units have I can heavily exploit with the repel build. So the fact that he's going to have a lot of them isn't really going to matter to me. So anyway, I think we've basically covered my moves. We just really have to hope it works. In terms of recruitment, we're getting a Cohen here so he can start taking over some of my Flesh Eater forging, which I've had this guy doing. I do want to deploy him soon. Yeah. Another move I probably could have moved here. Maybe safe, but then I could have been trapped. I don't know. Anyway, I think that's it. This is kind of the best I can come up with. We're a little bit fighting off the back foot. The thing is, he's put so much money in PD, so he's very strong defensively, which means if we script our guys right, we can exploit that, but it also means he doesn't really have much to attack us with. But the nice thing about PD is, of course, you can levy it instantly, whereas armies, it takes a while to move them to the front. So anyway, I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.